You're welcome back. And if you're just tuning in, this is Global Morning on Global Television. And this is the first discuss of the day. Now, have you heard of agricultural revolution in Nigeria? Now, if you're wondering what that is all about, we all know about the food scarcity when it comes to insecurity and food in some parts of Nigeria. Looking at Benue State, for instance, where herders had invaded the town, known as the food basket of the nation. So many places when it comes to farmers being limited to their crops and leading to inflation when it comes to food. Now, today on Global Morning, I am being joined by engineer Kashev Shedder. He is the head of international business, and he will elaborate on what agricultural revolution in Nigeria is all about, that food intervention on the program Global Morning. But let's quickly take a quick look at a video intimating us on what this is all about before my guest comes in to explain to us. Stay tuned.
Innovation was born before the world even dreamt of it. From the invention of zero, the surgical marvels of Shushruta, from urban water systems of the Indus Valley, to root steel, navigation, and precision in astronomy, India didn't just survive history, India defined it. And today, the same spirit of invention is reborn in the fields, in the mills, in the grains that feed the world. APIT, Agri-Process Innovation Technologies, is carrying forward the legacy of Bharat's brilliance in paddy and rice technology. Innovation after innovation. APIT has redefined parboiling by engineering a world-first silk-color rice classification, a quantum leap in food safety and consumer satisfaction. With super aging technology, we bring 10 months of natural grain aging in just 10 hours, preserving nutrition, flavor, and profitability. The gel cook invention revolutionizes starch gelatinization, with unmatched consistency, giving rice that perfect bite and aroma. From hybrid dryers to AI/ML-powered drying architecture, to pros to IMOS, complete process automation in paddy thermal treatment and intelligent rice milling. We've made machines intelligent and rice mills futuristic. And now, the world will witness this revolution. On August 23, 2025 at Hyderabad, the grain revolution begins. Come, see where tradition meets technology, where India's ancient soul powers the global food future. APIT, the powerhouse of rice technology. India, the power of rice.
All right, you're welcome back from that very short clip. And I'm still looking at agricultural revolution in Nigeria. And like I mentioned before, I have my guest here is engineer Kashev Shedder, and he is the head of international business. Good morning, engineer Kashev. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Jumia. Thank you so much.
Namaste.
Namaste.
I know when you say namaste, you have to do this namaste.
Yes, namaste to you and all your viewers.
Oh, thank you so much. Namaste. Back to you. Now, explain to us what the agriculture revolution in Nigeria is all about. What does it portray? What does it mean?
Okay, before we get to that, let me quickly add to what video we just saw.
Okay.
So we APIT, Agri-Process Innovations Technology. So we are pioneers in food processing technology, and we specialize in paddy rice processing.
Okay.
And we've been doing business here in Nigeria since the last 5 years.
Okay.
And the current the video that you saw, the 23rd August event that we have, so that is the current technology, latest technology that we have come up, cutting edge technology with regard to AI and ML, artificial intelligence and machine learning in rice milling technology, which is a first. Because for any factory, any food production factory, what do you require? You require, of course, the raw material and state-of-the-art technology to ensure that you have seamless operations, very good quality of output, consistent quality of output, and of course profitability. So all this is being ensured through this, latest machineries that we are coming up. And as I'm telling, this is a first in the world. AI ML driven rice milling machines. This is the first, and which is why we are calling this a revolutionary technology, and which is why we are also calling this green revolution. And it's a global launch of this, eventful journey for us, along with all our well-wishers on the 23rd of August in Hyderabad, India.
Okay. Now, why rice? Is it because rice is a staple food here in Africa, or why rice? Or you have a special preference when it comes to the food?
Right. So rice, that's a very good question. Rice is a staple food for majority of the people in the world. And so it's the case with India and Africa as well.
Of course.
And of course in Nigeria as well. Now you were asking about, the rice revolution in Nigeria.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, rice revolution or the green revolution, the agricultural revolution or the green revolution was started as early as the 1980s in Nigeria.
Oh, really?
And it's been going on, and government after government, they're doing a very good job. Now, when you start a revolution, usually, people in their mind, they have this misconception that something will happen overnight. That's not the case, because when you're talking about agriculture, agriculture is the lifeline of a country.
Yes, it is.
And ensuring food security, that is, it's like the bedrock for ensuring, good nation building. So these are very, very, critical and big things, and nothing happens overnight, right? So we need to ensure that, I'm on air?
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to ensure, that people are aware of what exactly, is this agricultural revolution or, rice revolution that we are talking about. Yeah.
I'm glad you elaborated on the agricultural revolution and the key objectives of agricultural revolution, of course, in Nigeria. Now, what are the different agricultural policies and programs implemented by the Nigerian government that can actually promote the agricultural revolution in Nigeria?
Right. So, as I was telling you, the Green Revolution started in 1980s in Nigeria.
Okay.
And it started around in the 1960s in India. So those few decades, the world over, we saw Green Revolution, and from there on the baton has been taken and development is happening. Now, there are very good policies in every country, and for that matter, even in Nigeria. So all that matters is the implementation, the last mile execution of those policies. To name few very good policies, you have this ATA, Agricultural Transformation Agenda. So that was started around a couple of decades back, and as part of the Green Revolution, as an extension of Green Revolution that's been ongoing. And you also have the National Rice Development Strategy, NRDS.
Okay.
So this is the second phase of NRDS, and it's so heartening to see that today Nigeria is becoming self-reliant in rice production. Until a decade ago, this was just a dream.
Yes, it was.
But today, when you look at those sacks of rice, which has this a stamp on it that it's proudly Nigerian, when you see that flag, and our customers, our Nigerian customers who have taken our machinery, when I go and meet them, when I go and see their employees, their owners, the pride that I see in them, is amazing. It's very heartening. So, but however, there are few things that more things can be done with regard to this. We'll discuss about that in due course of time today,
Of course.
because that is very, very critical. But having said that, these are some of the policies which the government is giving a lot of impetus. They're doing a good job. But however, here one other very important point that I want to highlight is the importance of public-private partnership.
Okay.
PPP. So this is very, very critical. And also, most of your viewers may be aware that majority of the rice mills have closed down in Nigeria in the last
they have.
1 year.
Yes, they have.
The reason why they were closed down is because there was opening of importing of rice from outside Nigeria,
Very true.
and government was forced to take that action because of mad increase of price of rice. 50 kg bag of rice had reached more than 100,000 nairas.
Very true.
The minimum wage of a person in Nigeria monthly salary is 70,000 nairas.
Yes, it is.
Let's say he has a family of around 4-5 people. That 50 kg bag rice may last for around 3 months or so.
Not up to.
Not even 3 months. So, which means, you see, 70,000 is the minimum wage of someone, and, the rice, 50 kg bag of rice, even if it lasts for 1 to 2 months at most, then it's very unfair. So, government had to intervene and open up rice import in the interest of people. But however, this cannot go in the long run. You cannot have this as a solution, because this 10 years effort that Nigeria has put in making Nigeria self-reliant in rice production will be negated if this importing of rice continues. So what I would suggest the government as a well-wisher, what I would suggest is, what government needs to do is they have to actively involve the Rice Millers Association of Nigeria in policy making. And the Rice Millers Association of Nigeria should be a lot more accountable from their end in ensuring that there is no mad increase of price of rice in the interest of people and nation building.
Interesting. Now, looking at that critically, when you say mad increase of rice, but don't you think, because rice is with you now coming in now, rice is going to be produced here in Nigeria, right? So would there be mad increase, like you mentioned, if it's going to be produced here, bringing the Rice Millers Association? How would that, the effect of it, how will it impact us as Nigerians and as Nigeria?
No, the thing that we APIT are bringing to the table as part of this green revolution through our green revolutionary technology is the technology cutting edge. So what we are bringing to the table is state-of-the-art technology which will reduce your dependence on manual labor, inconsistency in work, lack of transparency, and it will ensure reduced processing time. So instead of getting 1 or 2 batches in a day, you can get more than 3-4 batches of rice produced in rice mill through our state-of-the-art technology, consistent output. So we are the technology partners, and as well-wishers, we can make few suggestions to both parties. As a well-wisher of the government and also the well-wisher of our customers who are part of the Rice Millers Association, because we are seeing things at the grassroots, some of the problems, and it will be unfair if we don't voice out certain things, because business, it's important for every one of us, but at the end of the day, it is what value we bring to a society.
Very true.
So as someone who's a well-wisher for in the benefit of the society, we wanted to highlight these points. And so you were asking about how would our technology ensure that there is balance in
exactly yes the
price.
impact yes exactly.
Yeah, so let's say for $1 that you're spending today, you are able to manufacture, let's say, just for an example, let's say 1,000 bags of rice, okay, for let's say $1,000, just for an example I'm saying, okay, but let's say for the same $1,000 you're able to manufacture 2,000 bags of rice. Isn't it economical, more profitable for you?
Yes,
and
it
the
is.
end consumer will also benefit because the price will be lesser, right? Now, having said that, not everything boils down to the technology in the rice mills, because the raw material that you feed into the rice mill is the paddy. and the paddy comes from the fields, the farms, and farm mechanization is equally important. And that is something which government should take a lot more cognizance of and give a lot more impetus. Because we are also working with many federal ministries, including the agri ministry, so we are aware of the wonderful work the federal ministry is putting. But however, there is a lot of scope for improvement, and that improvement of course would come with technology, intervention through technology.
Exactly.
And public-private partnership again will be the game changer.
All right, you spoke about technology. I want you to expand shades on what are the roles of technology and innovation in driving the agricultural revolution in Nigeria.
Super. So technology is the game changer, as I said.
Yes, you did.
And technology, right from farm to fork, plays a role in the entire value chain. Now, let's say the kind of population surge that we are seeing across the world and also in Nigeria, right? So, to cater to the demand, you need to ensure that you are producing more. Now, if you are not mechanizing your farms, then how will you be able to meet the increase in the demand, right? So, when you mechanize farming, that's when you can produce at large scale and you can sustain it. You need not go back to importation of rice. That again will kill this entire effort, decade long effort that Nigeria has put in making itself self-reliant in rice production.
Okay.
Right. So that is with regard to the field. This is just mechanization. When I mean mechanization of farm, it is not only usually people get this idea of using tractors.
Exactly.
And all.
I was gonna ask.
Not only that. These days you have AI-enabled technology in everything, including irrigation system as well, including selecting high-yielding varieties of seeds.
Okay.
So there is agricultural science has gone way ahead. Okay.
But I want you to understand something, Kashif, Engineer Kashif.
Yeah.
Most of the farmers here in Nigeria, they're not literate. They are individuals who have not gone to the four walls of the university. Some, I would say.
Yeah.
But they put in so much hard work when it comes to agriculture. Now, to delve into that, now, what could be the challenges for agricultural revolution in Nigeria, looking at the fact that most of these farmers are not used to AI technology. They're not used to the inventions, innovations, or this particular intervention when it comes to farming of rice, which is a staple food in Nigeria.
Super. I'm glad that you asked this question. But to be very frank, most of the farmers across the world are not that educated.
Sure.
However, AI is extremely user-friendly. It is not to scare away the end user at all. It in fact makes the end user so well connected with technology that he or she need not be extremely literate. They will. It's just like using a smartphone. Even a farmer working in the field these days, they would have a smartphone, and they would know how to use a smartphone. How to use a YouTube, watch videos on the YouTube.
Okay.
Most of them. So technology is very, very user friendly. Having said that, nothing, as I mentioned at the start of the program, nothing happens in revolution. Nothing happens overnight like this.
Very true.
So we need to put that consistent effort. Now let me give you an example of, because you were asking about the challenges, right?
Yes.
So I was interacting with a very senior official in the agric ministry, and he was actually citing few challenges. He was very positive about the development that's been happening, but at the same time when we were discussing about the challenges, then he was saying that there are many schemes through which let's say some farmer benefits, but there have been instances where, let's say, a machinery was given to a farmer, but that farmer unfortunately sold that machinery for personal gains and in fact didn't even use it for farming. So the biggest challenge with regard to this revolution, for that matter any revolution anywhere in the world, boils down to the will. So not only political will, the will of people in general. If because I personally believe that skill follows will. If there is will, skill will follow. If there is will, success will follow. So if there is a will, a strong will to make it happen, then over a period of time, we all will act together as catalysts in making things happening to happen. But otherwise, if there's no will, then be it political will, the leadership will, or will from general people as well. Because let's say, as people, if someone is not accountable to, let's say, someone has got a machinery from government and they're not using it, they're selling it off. So that person doesn't have any authority or right to question the government for development.
Very true.
So first we have to introspect as people, are we accountable? Now, do we have the will? If yes, then, that's the change. Okay. But if it's not there, then, we know what we need to do. So it's a collective change. And this will be the biggest hindrance for any revolution. As you can check history, the lack of will is the biggest hindrance in any revolution. But if there is will, then definitely over a period of time we will see improvement.
And just to add to what you've said, if there is a will, there is a way.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go on a very quick break. We're going to watch the video again, and then when we come back, I'm going to ask Engineer Kashif some questions regarding the agricultural revolution in Nigeria. Stay tuned.
Innovation was born before the world even dreamt of it. From the invention of zero, the surgical marvels of Shushruta, from urban water systems of the Indus Valley, to root steel, navigation, and precision in astronomy, India didn't just survive history, India defined it. And today, the same spirit of invention is reborn in the fields, in the mills, in the grains that feed the world. APIT, Agri-Process Innovation Technologies, is carrying forward the legacy of Bharat's brilliance in paddy and rice technology. Innovation after innovation. APIT has redefined parboiling by engineering a world-first silk-color rice classification, a quantum leap in food safety and consumer satisfaction. With super aging technology, we bring 10 months of natural grain aging in just 10 hours, preserving nutrition, flavor, and profitability. The gel cook invention revolutionizes starch gelatinization with unmatched consistency, giving rice that perfect bite and aroma. From hybrid dryers to AI/ML-powered drying architecture, to pros to IMOS, complete process automation in paddy thermal treatment and intelligent rice milling. We've made machines intelligent and rice mills futuristic. And now, the world will witness this revolution. On August 23, 2025 at Hyderabad, the grain revolution begins. Come, see where tradition meets technology, where India's ancient soul powers the global food future. APIT, the powerhouse of rice technology. India, the power of rice.
All right, you are welcome back from that very short break, and still talking about the agricultural revolution in Nigeria. And I am not doing it alone. I have Engineer Kashif Shedra here with me, and he is the head of international business. All right, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Now let's talk expatiate more on the technology. I really need to understand that. So many individuals out there, what's the technology all about? From your company, how did it evolve? How would it make impact and impute? How will I, as a Nigerian, feel the impact when it comes to staple food like rice? Because rice is one of our staple foods that we all love. There's something called, have you heard of Sunday rice? You
Yes,
eat rice
yes,
every
yes.
Sunday. So talk more about the technology and your company.
Absolutely. And in fact, we Indians, we love rice as much as you Nigerians love your jollof rice.
Exactly. Have you had jollof rice?
Yes, yes, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it. So it's very similar to the biryani that we prepare in India.
Oh, okay.
So if you haven't, you should definitely try
I
the
will be
biryani.
trying that.
Yeah,
I will
very
try.
aromatic, similar to jollof rice.
Okay.
Yeah. So the technology, rice is the staple food for majority of us in the world. And there's one misconception with regard to rice consumption, that when you consume rice, you may get diabetic. So that's a myth. That's a misconception again.
Really?
Yes.
But it's carbohydrates. People say it's true. You have
Yes,
to be careful.
yes, of course. So anything overdone, of course, it impacts you. But it all depends on the kind of rice that you're choosing, the way you're cooking it, and how much you're having it, and how you're having it. So we'll discuss about this and how our technology ensures in solving this entire thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So the paddy grain that is used to process rice. So in fact, it has life. It's a seed, and it has a life in it.
Really?
Yes, and it's a very very big responsibility for someone like us who's giving a machinery to a rice mill owner to handle life. That paddy has life. And when resources are valuable and scarce, you cannot, of course, afford to waste it, right? So you need to ensure that it's handled very well, efficiently, transparently, ensuring good return on investment. So that again our technology does. So in paddy rice processing, there are two segments. One is the parboiling, and the second is the milling, rice milling.
Okay.
Now, Indians and Nigerians, most of us, we like to consume parboiled rice.
Of course.
We are smart because parboiled rice is a lot more nutritious as compared to the raw rice, which is consumed in the other parts of the world, especially China and other parts.
Okay.
So they consume more of white raw rice. Okay, but in India and Nigeria, most of the African countries, we like the parboiled rice. Now, the parboiled rice, for the benefit of the viewers who may not know, so the parboiled rice, the reason why it is nutritious is because in the parboiling process, which I'm going to explain very quickly now, what happens is the bran, the outer layer of the bran, which surrounds the grain kernel, the paddy, so that is infused through heat treatment inside the grain kernel. The bran is infused inside the grain kernel. So you have all the nutrients in the bran. So that is infused inside the grain kernel, which is why the parboiled rice is a lot more nutritious. But in the raw rice, you just mill it and you peel off the bran. You're not using the bran, which is why you're losing out all the nutrition. Right? So in parboiled rice, what you're doing is, which is why the first stage in any rice mill, especially here in Nigeria, is you have a parboiling plant. And parboiling plant in its true spirit has to be 3-stage. That is, stage 1 is, you do pre-steaming, you do a bit of steaming, pre-steaming,
Okay.
and then you soak the paddy in water at a particular temperature. It depends on the variety and the end output that you want.
True.
So because we have fully automated parboiling plant with recipe management.
Okay.
So you can actually select the final output that you want. Let's say you want ivory or you want golden yellow. You
Right.
select that and it will show you the process parameters to be used for parboiling, including the temperature and the time that you need to soak the paddy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the soaking is the second stage, and the third stage is the post-steaming. And finally, you do the drying. And in this pre-steaming, post-steaming, we use our patented technology called the gel cook technology,
Gel cook.
which ensures 360 degrees cooking of this every grain, which ensures that that bran that I was talking about is infused fully inside the rice kernel, and there is color consistency as well, ensuring excellent quality, nutritious parboiled rice, lustrous finish, just like a pearl.
Okay, just like a pearl.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the parboiling technology, and as I said, it's fully automated. And our drying technology, many of the so-called machinery people whom we actually don't consider as our competitors at all, because we're in a totally different league. So we are focusing at, as I told you, revolutionary technology in rice milling,
You said.
enabled by AI and ML. So this is the first in the world, and this is a game changer, path-breaking technology.
And it's healthy.
Very healthy, of course, because
And it's safe.
Yes, and the drying time. Usually the other machineries that you use, you have drying time once this 3 stage is done. Pre-steaming, the soaking, and the post-steaming is done. The drying usually takes around 10, 12, 13, 14 hours in other machineries. Ours as less as 8 hours.
Really?
Yeah, which means if you're running your factory 24 hours, you will end up getting 3 batches. So that's what I told during our discussion, that technology ensures lot more productivity for you.
You said.
Ensuring profitability.
Now, I want to ask a question. I would really need to chip this in. For as much as it's going to give you, like you mentioned, the golden brown, the color that you want, pearl, like you mentioned, will it actually give me long grain or short grain rice?
Yeah, that's a good question. So it depends on the variety that the paddy variety that you're using.
Okay.
So in Nigeria, it's usually medium to long grain rice that we use, the farro variety.
Exactly.
So because that's the variety you're feeding in, so of course that will ensure that you're getting a longer grain or medium grain rice.
Okay.
Like for instance, in India we have hundreds of other varieties. So you have short grain, medium grain, long grain, different varieties, the basmati. So depending on the variety of paddy that you're choosing, that's how you get the output. Yeah.
Okay. Now, with your machines, can it stand the test of time? It's not something that I know you've been here in Nigeria for 5 years. You've mentioned, and of course, you've been doing this beautiful innovation when it comes to AI and you mentioned ML.
Yeah.
Now, there have not been any challenges along the line. Has it been smooth sail? Would this actually stand the test of time when it comes to the agricultural sector?
Absolutely. So before I get into this, with your permission, very quickly I would want to complete what I was talking about with regard to parboiling and the milling.
Okay.
So I quickly explain to you about the parboiling technology.
Yes,
now coming to our milling. Now once the paddy is parboiled, it is still having the husk over it. So you need to peel off the husk. You need to ensure that it is whitened, polished, and ready for baggage. So that complete range of milling machines also we have, and that is what we are launching on 23rd of August in Hyderabad, India. This entire range of machineries. Parboiling, we have been, of course, the world's best since the last 10 years. And the last 1 year, we have also ventured into milling machines.
Okay.
And as part of this milling machine launch, this is the global first. No one in the world has done this innovation that, milling machines, rice milling machines powered with AI and ML. So this is the first. So that's what I wanted to add quickly. Now coming to whether this technology would stand the test of time.
Yes.
Definitely yes.
Okay.
Provided, we are also innovating every day.
Exactly.
We are also innovating every day, and we are aware, fully grounded with the ground realities and the requirement of the people. Now, I understand why you say this, because a country which is kind of still on the verge of becoming self-reliant with regard to technology and rice production, like in Nigeria,
and trying to understand the use of AI coming in all of this.
Yes, so I'm sure that's what you and your viewers would be interested to know, whether if this is realistically possible to accept and sustain with this technology.
Exactly.
Definitely yes, because usually, because since the last couple of years AI and ML have become the buzzword, sometimes it tends to scare away people that maybe this is not my cup of tea. No, please don't have any kind of inhibitions, especially for the rice mill owners and all the viewers. I would like to say that technology, especially AI-enabled technology, is user friendly.
User friendly.
To make it very simple in layman language, let me explain what exactly is AI in, let's say, a color sorter
Okay.
in milling. So what you're doing is, you are having a high resolution camera and in the color sorter, and you're programming the color sorter using AI to precision, such that the rice sorting with regard to color, basis its color, is done with precision accuracy, with minimum error, ensuring consistency and quality. Okay, so AI actually ensures the end user excellent output, and you and me as common people, we don't even want to look at that AI in that machine. It doesn't concern me as long as I'm getting good food on my table. Right? So the people who are the best judge of this AI ML technology, of course, are the people who are going to use it. That is, the rice mill owners, and I'm sure they have an eye for this beauty.
I like the fact that you said. Now, I'm going to ask you, how will agricultural revolution help the Nigerian economy and society? But before then, who are your partners?
Okay, you mean our customers?
Yes, your customers. Sorry.
Okay, thank you so much for asking. In Nigeria, we are blessed by grace of God with wonderful customers, and who treat us as their family, and blessed, truly blessed. And I have been personally working very closely in Nigeria since the last 2 years, and most of the rice mill owners, they know me, and we are like a family. And Dantatas, they are our customer. The Sagard farms, the Ranos, the Erano, they are our customers. Then the Fortune, the Optimum Rice, and they are our customer. And here, we are doing a couple of projects here in Abuja as well. Unity Rice, and there is one in Suleja that we are doing, the Labana Rice. And we have done for Hillcrest. Then we have done for Mangal. Yeah, and we have done. We are also the partners for the Lego State Rice Mill in Imota. It's one of the biggest rice mills in Nigeria. Imota. And we have done the complete parboiling in association with Bueller for the Lego State Rice Mill. So these are the names, the big names, the the medium brands and the smaller. So we cater to all the requirements. It's not that anyone coming to us will have to shell out a hefty amount. No.
Exactly. I was going to come to that now. For a farmer who is listening to you at this moment, who wants to bring in this amazing innovation when it comes to his farming, especially when it comes to rice. Does he have to break a bank? Is it very expensive? Because these are technology, these are machines coming in. So do you have prizes for everyone, or is just for some sets of people?
No, we customize, as per the requirement. We tailor make it, because these are, mostly we take up projects, like turnkey projects, and anyone who's ready to invest in setting up a world-class rice mill, depending on their requirement, we tailor make it. And and in fact, one of our esteemed customer in Kano, Gizna, AI Gizna, so they are coming up with excellent rice mill. We recently are setting up, just about to finish installation of 8 tons per hour rice mill, complete turnkey project, parboiling and the complete milling, and they are on the verge of expanding it again very soon. So we cater to all sizes. We have done more than 32 48 tons per hour to as small as 4 tons per hour, 5 tons per hour. So we cater to all capacities and sizes.
Now, I want to ask this question. I mentioned before that I was going to ask before I delved into who are your customers. So how would the agricultural revolution now help the Nigerian economy and, of course, the society?
Yeah, that's a wonderful question. Now, agriculture, as we discussed, it's the backbone, lifeline of any country. And usually, in most developing economies, majority of your people are some way or the other employed in agricultural sector. So if you're giving impetus to your agri sector, then of course you are boosting job creation and in general better livelihood for people, right? So that's number one. And of course, what's the basic agenda of driving through any revolution, especially agricultural revolution or the green revolution that was started in Nigeria around 1980s. It's to ensure food security, right? So food security means what? Ensuring accessible, good quality, nutritious food at affordable price to people. So that is food security.
Of
So
course.
all these things will be taken care when you're giving impetus. You continue to give impetus to the agricultural revolution. And most important, as I'm telling you, backward engineering is very critical. Especially you need to mechanize the farms, not just mechanize the processing of grains. So mechanizing the farms is equally important. And the other benefit is, once Nigeria is fully self-reliant and self-sufficient in rice production, for example, because rice is a staple food, that's why I'm talking a lot more about rice.
Rice, of course.
So once that is achieved, then Nigeria can be an exporter of rice
Really?
across Africa and the world. And if you, let's say, name 5 things, let's say if you have to list down 5 things which Nigeria has very proudly achieved with regard to becoming self-reliant in production, then rice production is one among them. And I again urge all the respective stakeholders, my humble request is to please don't lose out that advantage that Nigeria has gained by opening up import of rice. At the same time, the onus is also on the Rice Millers Association in ensuring fair price of rice in the market, so that government is not forced to open up importing of rice. So it's a collective responsibility and collective will, as I was talking about.
Yes, it is. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Engineer Kashiv Shedra. He is the head of international business, and talking about the agricultural revolution of Nigeria. That is an amazing revolution in Nigeria. Thank you so much for being a part of the program. And of course, we're going to play the video again, so to just intimate us and for us to understand what this is all about. Of course, can you say something? Can you look at the camera and just say something? That particular camera, and say something.
Okay. So thank you so much. Thanks again for having us, APIT, on your show. Very happy to be speaking with you, your entire team, and the viewers. So the people who are interested to be part of this Green Revolution launch in India on 23rd of August in Hyderabad, India. So please visit our website www.apit.co.in. You have all the details to register yourself and be part of this eventful milestone in the history of rice milling technology. So we look forward to seeing you all there. Thank you.
All right. Okay. All right. Hopefully we'll look forward to attending also. Thank you so much. All right. Now let's quickly watch the video again, and thank you so much for being a part of the program, Engineer Kashiv Shedra, and of course he is the head of international business. Let's watch the video again. And how do you say namaste is thank you, right?
Namaste. Namaste is a greeting for anything that you can say.
All right, namaste. Let's go watch the video.
India, the land where innovation was born before the world even dreamt of it. From the invention of zero, the surgical marvels of Shushruta, from urban water systems of the Indus Valley, to root steel, navigation, and precision in astronomy, India didn't just survive history, India defined it. And today, the same spirit of invention is reborn in the fields, in the mills, in the grains that feed the world. APIT, Agri-Process Innovation Technologies, is carrying forward the legacy of Bharat's brilliance in paddy and rice technology. Innovation after innovation. APIT has redefined parboiling, pioneering a world-first six-color rice classification, a quantum leap in food safety and consumer satisfaction. With super aging technology, we bring 10 months of natural green aging in just 10 hours, preserving nutrition, flavor, and profitability. The gel cook invention revolutionizes starch gelatinization with unmatched consistency, giving rice that perfect bite and aroma. From hybrid dryers to AI/ML powered drying architecture, to pros to IMOS, complete process automation in paddy thermal treatment and intelligent rice milling. We've made machines intelligent and rice mills futuristic. And now, the world will witness this revolution. On August 23, 2025 at Hyderabad, the grain revolution begins. Come, see where tradition meets technology, where India's ancient soul powers the global food future. APIT, the powerhouse of rice technology. India, the power of rice.